Hi, I'm Matt Marchand, and welcome back. I want to talk about anxiety again and the concept of can anxiety be cured? And my answer is yes. And what happens with people is the part of themselves that um, comes out during a panic attack, the part of themselves that are um, heart pounding, mind racing, feeling like you're going to have a heart attack, shaking all over, unable to function, completely incapacitated. That part is that child that was terrorized in the past, the trauma that they had, that happened in the past. So, what that child is doing is screaming for attention. And often what we do is that child scares our present self so much that we tend to try to avoid it. We tend to try to medicate it. We tend to try to find ways to get away from it. But the cure for anxiety is attention. And by that I mean is paying attention to the body and paying attention to the sensations that are happening as you're having a anxiety or a panic attack. Literally being with it, sitting with it, and separating yourself from the thoughts about what's going on. The thoughts that, oh, you're going to die. This is horrible. I can't live with this. It's important to pay attention to that inner child that comes out during these attacks. And what I mean by paying attention is paying attention to your body and comforting it. That's what the attention is. It's comforting. It's like, it's okay. You're here now. Nothing here is unsafe for you or can hurt you right now. It's just you're having these feelings from the past. And so you can just, I'll stay with you here. I'll comfort you. I'll feel these feelings so we can process them finally. Because what happens is those feelings get stuck because we're constantly trying to avoid the trauma and the feelings that we're trying to be expressed. We've stuffed those feelings to be safe in the moment in the past because when, expressing those vulnerabilities wasn't a safe thing for us to do. So the important thing to do is to really, when you're starting to have that anxiety attack, is to sit with the anxiety. Be with the anxiety. Don't be afraid of it. Comfort it. And as you comfort it, you'll start to process it. And you might, you'll feel it in your body. And you just want to check your body and scan your body and notice where these feelings are happening. These sensations are happening. And just let them happen. And pay attention to them. Don't judge them. Don't try to avoid them. Watch your thoughts, during this process and just let your thoughts go and pay attention to that hurt part of yourself is trying to get out, but has been avoided so long. It's getting more and more desperate for your attention. And that's why your anxiety and panic attacks are getting worse. They're not getting better. And this is kind of paying attention to the anxiety and the panic attacks. It's very similar to what I do with conversational hypnotherapy. Your unconscious mind is expressing itself all the time in little ways. And you have a facade of your conscious mind that looks like it's in control, looks like it's taking care of things. And most of your conscious mind at this point is trying to avoid things that will reveal the unconscious mind to you and all that trauma. So what you want to do, what I do with conversational hypnosis is I started asking questions of the conscious mind. I start investigating what's going on. And in this way I give the person I'm working with attention. And as I start to give them more and more attention like this, the unconscious mind feels more comfortable in expressing itself because it's hopefully beginning to trust that it's going to be heard. Because I'm using techniques that are really designed to listen to that inner part of yourself that's hurt and traumatized. And I can start to see the signals as it starts to come out. And it may come out in, metaphors, may come out in sensations in the body that I help you pay attention to. And as you pay more and more attention to what's going on through my questions, the unconscious mind starts to release that unconscious loop you're stuck in of that protective mode, that fearful mode for preserving your safety at all costs. Because you'll find if you try to change things on a conscious level to make things better for yourself, what happens a lot of times is the unconscious mind will rebel and make life hell for you if you try to change. So when you do something direct like that, the unconscious mind knows what you're doing and stops you from doing it. Stops you from making your life better. Now, what I do, like I said, I ask questions. I look for unconscious signs that you're starting to go into your unconscious mind. Because once we get into your unconscious mind, we can find that loop that tries to keep you safe, but is really very destructive for you now. And we find that, and we can break that loop. And because there's a part of your conscious mind that is also a higher part of yourself that has unlimited resources at its control, that unconscious mind can come up with, that higher unconscious mind can come up with new ways of being safe that are more beneficial to you. They're life affirming for you. That are delimiting you. That can really help you fulfill all your needs instead of just one need, which is that child that's always just holding on for dear life, for safety's sake, and won't let you do anything outside of just being safe and avoiding and withdrawing. So that's how the conversational hypnosis works. It's so subtle in the way that it approaches the unconscious mind. I slowly gain its trust, and then it lets me in. And I bypass the conscious mind with the questions, because the conscious mind can only handle so many inputs before it starts to let the unconscious mind take over. So, and that starts the process of finding the resources and doing the therapy that changes your life. Okay, well, those are my thoughts on can you cure anxiety? And the answer is, emphatically yes. Definitely yes. So some of these things you can do on your own. When you have an attack, you can pay attention. You can give yourself that attention and give yourself that comfort. My process can get down into the loop and change things very quickly for you. And that's an important difference between a lot of different ways you can approach this. That you can start to feel comfortable in a therapist's office after 6 or 7 months. Your unconscious mind might start to let go and trust that this person is going to give them the comfort and love that they need. But it's almost more important that you give yourself the comfort and love you need. And I can help you do that quickly by focusing your attention on yourself and finding the resources inside of you to make the change that you want. All right, well, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. For now, it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.